Good morning everyone and welcome to another vlog. I didn't post yesterday because yesterday was a very busy day and I didn't have time in the morning to really edit or upload or anything. However, I am back today, so let's get Tuesday and Wednesday in here. But first, if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. It warms my heart that you want to spend some time with me. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Marika and I come from Stockholm, Sweden, where I live with my boyfriend and my two cats, and this is the real life of me. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, it's been busy here in the I'm trying to find a job kind of office. So yeah, on Tuesday I had 2 meetings on the docket. I think I ended up having 3 meetings in total, one of them being a phone call. And the first meeting was a kind of a tech challenge kind of a meeting. I met with 2 people at one of the companies, and then we spent 1.5 hours kind of talking about how to architect a specific thing. This was the most fun I ever had, or had in a very, very long time. Super amazing people. I do hope I did a good job so that they recommend me to be on, because I'm a little bit worried that they will say no and then I won't get this job, because this job seems very fun. The second meeting I had of the day on Tuesday was a meeting with a potential new company. However, during that meeting we realized that my profile might not fit, and in the end I think the biggest issue was that my salary requirements. And this is a issue, is that I'm so far, I have 15 years in the business and I'm coming to the top where most people in my career either step even higher, going into a very specific architectural role, which sounds really fun, but I haven't really gotten there yet. I need a little bit more practice before I can actually recruit for one, or that is how I feel. Or most people just go in as a CTO or something like that. I'm not interested in those things, but that also puts the whole salary issue, because I don't want to pick a salary for which is equal to a person that have 5 years in the business, because that, like, I have had a certain salary and I don't want to go below it. But there's a lot of companies that are out there that are smaller companies that maybe have a level team of 4 to 5 people. They do have a product, and their product existed for a long time, but it isn't a high paying product. Then I'm not the person to get in there, because I am too expensive, and this will happen. I do feel that any company that comes to someone with 15 years in the business with certain lower salary agreements, it feels wrong. It feels wrong, because I think you should get paid for the work you do. It's not that I am at the higher end, high end. Like, there is some industries where I could like triple my income. I just don't want to work in those industries. So yeah, it's not a very high salary that I'm after anyhow. But yeah, so that's the second company that kind of stepped away because of the salary requirement, my salary requirement. But the way I look at it is that they weren't the companies I was supposed to work at anyhow. So yeah. And that was basically my Tuesday. I had a couple of calls, a couple of LinkedIn messages and stuff to take care of, and basically took up most of the day. I kind of just, the day flew because I had so much fun in that morning meeting. So I'm like, yay, I just want to continue with this. So we'll see. I still haven't heard back from that company yet. We'll see if that will happen. Last time, between last meeting and this meeting, I think they had 3 to 5 days in between there. So I'm not, even though they are doing things a little bit quicker, I think getting these meetings on the books was a little bit harder, because they was actually waiting for a person to come back from vacation to be able to have the meeting. So yeah. But then on Wednesday, and Wednesday wasn't a very intense when it comes to work interviews. However, on Wednesday I had a work interview in person, and that stresses me out completely. You know, I don't want to be late and all of these things, which ends up putting me in a very procrastination, can't do anything kind of a area. So that was basically what I did in the morning. I just procrastinated. I was playing my Pixel Woods game, and that was it, because I couldn't, like, my brain couldn't just do anything. And that is, for me, that is also one of the reasons I want to learn, get to know my colleagues, because then meetings aren't very hard like this. It was a really nice meeting. I met with one of the female developers and we spent 2 hours just chatting. She was super awesome. However, I'm not sure that the company is for me. I have to figure that out. I have another meeting today with some other developers from another office but the same company, and those are the people I'm going to work closer to. So that is in about an hour, so we'll see how that meeting will go and everything. But yes, I kind of got in that maybe it's not for me, but we'll see. And then this afternoon I have and that meeting was in the afternoon, and I also needed to return my phone and my computer and everything back to the job that I only worked a week on, so that was done. So I decided, I actually already had set this day off for doing that and only that, but I ended up needing to go to go to this meeting too, so the day filled out. We had an awesome day though. I had those like 2 hours when we were just chatting, and then I had we chatted about like sewing things and stuff also, so it was awesome. And then I talked to then I met up with Christopher afterwards, and we went and had some Chinese food before heading home. Before this week we've been using HelloFresh, so we've been eating home a lot. It has worked out really well. However, we started to feel that the food was the same again and again, even though it's different recipes. It was the same food. We also had a couple of like groceries that just didn't come, or a couple of groceries that we couldn't use the whole thing because it was a little bit rotten. It happens, especially around this time of year in Sweden. We have like July is kind of the month where everything just goes bad very fast. But we decided to pause, because we had to pause anyhow for when we were away, so we paused for this week too, and we've basically been living on takeout or actually at restaurants the whole week, because we're pretty, like, it's hard figuring out what we're gonna eat. We doesn't have enough at home because we didn't want to bring in too much groceries because we are leaving and all of that. So yeah, so it was Chinese yesterday. It was actually pretty good. The day before we had burgers. There's a nicer burger place around the corner from here. They have smash burgers. Neither me nor Christopher is a big fan of smash burgers, but it was basically the only place we felt like we wanted to eat. Yeah, my appetite isn't really there, but I'm eating because I have to eat. Everyone needs to eat. Yeah, that was kind of my looking for work kind of a thing. For the rest of it, I have still problems with my shoulders. Being out and not being in the apartment for a day helped. It usually doesn't. It usually makes it worse because I might sit at a coffee place or something. But I was so early to the meeting that I had like a half an hour or something, and I don't want to call like half an hour before. So I started walking in circles around the office, and the office was at an area in Stockholm called Östermalms, and they have a lot of beautiful houses. Some of them are from like 1902. Some are even older, some are younger, and it's super cool to see the different architectures. It was one house I looked at, it looked like Paris almost. I did put up a little like 9 photo thingy over on my Instagram, Marika, the real life of me. So I have the same Instagram. That is where I kind of share everyday updates. Not every day, but those kind of updates. So I have a whole reel there, or it's not a reel, it's just 9 photos in a row that you can flip through if you want to see the old houses, or the houses. It's like several, it's like 4 or 5 floors on the houses, but they're gorgeous. And I took all the photos, one, because I really love architecture. This is just the thing. I'm not educated in architecture. I have no clue what separates a 1920s house from an 1880s house. I just appreciate the art that is architecture, especially the one around the centuries shift, like from the 1800s to the 1900s. In between there's a lot of like stuccos, is that what's called, things on the outside of the houses. A lot of yeah, it's so many different ways of framing a window. I don't know, I love it. And I always been fascinated of it, and I always enjoyed walking around in cities, especially older cities, and taking photos. But I think I want to do something with it. Maybe have it as my prompt for pixel art this summer to do. I don't know how much time I will have time to do things like the pixel art that I had so much fun with. Why? Because every day I need to find a job, and every day new people contact me. Hey, I want to talk to you about these jobs. I want to talk to you about these jobs. So right now I am really looking, because of that I don't really have time to do a lot of other things. But I'm going to. And when I'm not working, like yesterday, because I was so stressed before the in-person meeting, and then I was so stressed, I was so exhausted afterwards, because it takes so much out of me. Like my social batteries, they drain completely, and they've been draining like every day because of all of the videos and everything, but in-person meeting drains them even harder. So I've been just exhausted. So just not having to be creative and just sitting and drawing in the pixel art game, that's basically what I've done. I have stitched a little bit though. This little piece, let's see, I've actually turned off, I'm gonna have it over here because I turned off the zoom, or the autofocus, because I noticed that it focuses way too much. This camera, it has that issue. It is a Mark III of a G7X. It is a better camera than the Mark II, but it has a focus issue. I am waiting for Canon to kind of make another size of this that doesn't have the focus issue. Anyhow, this is what I've been working on. It is going to be this little thing. So it's a winter holiday collection from last year. This was before I started selling Mill Hill, so I actually don't have these in my store, but I bought all of them. I have 2 ones that I haven't bought out of this collection, so it might be something I will invest in here in the end of July. But yeah, so I've had this little one laying around for a while, and as it is Christmas in July, and I really wanted to do another Mill Hill kit because they are very easy, I picked this up. But I can only stitch for a little while until my shoulder hurts, so I basically take in 1 or 2 threads, and then that's enough. So I still have a little bit of white over here and like that, and then it actually a little white dot here, but then it's the cross stitches done. So it's not a lot of cross stitches on it, but it was very fun to do. But yeah, that is what I'm doing and what I've done. I have a cup of coffee here. I am going to sit down and edit this video, and then I'm gonna start the workday. I have some meetings I need to check in on, some messages to answer, so it's gonna be a full day, another full day of looking for work. Happily enough though, I don't really have any meetings on Friday, so, and Christopher is having a half day on Friday, and then we're gonna travel to Costco and pick up some stuff and just pack everything, because on Saturday morning, very early on Saturday morning, we are going. And as I noted, most likely there will not be a video on Saturday morning. Instead, I will start having the any meetings, any video. I think I said a meeting. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired this morning, but there will be no video on Saturday morning. Instead, most likely we'll have the video going up on Saturday evening, but we'll see. You never know, I might decide to record on Friday and edit on Friday evening before we go to bed, and then upload it on Saturday morning. So you will get them on my morning anyhow. I upload my videos whenever they are ready, so somewhere between 10 and 11 every day I try to get a video to you, because this is fun. I really enjoy this. It's like a little video log. I'm really missing this. I looked back last year, I think I looked back on all of my vlogs, because the thing is, I've been doing videos on YouTube since 2000, I think it is late 2011 or early 2012, somewhere there, but I've been creating videos on YouTube, first on Miss Pastimes, which I closed down in 2014. It's still up, like all the videos, it's just that I don't post there anymore. Closed it down in 2014 because I started this channel. In December 2012 or August 2012, I started making craft videos on Craftable, and I closed that down at 2022. In May 2022, and I haven't been posting there at all. I don't know if I ever will get back to that channel, but I kind of had an ending, and so now I have this channel, and I have Marika Stitches, which I opened up in August of 2022, so that will turn a year here in 2023, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, when I realized that I had been on YouTube for over a decade, I decided to go back and watch some of my videos, and I really enjoyed especially the travel videos, to be able to go back and see some of those. But I was so nervous picking up the camera then, so when I was out and about and was talking to the camera, you only got like a 5-minute video that day, and nowadays I just talk to the camera until it's like 20 minutes and done. So I've learned more and more how not to be nervous in front of the camera and can you talk to it, and I'm hoping that I will learn as time goes on how to make other videos. But I do have noticed when I did my weekly videos, one of the things I wanted to really concentrate on was how to make good shots and b-rolls and all of those things, and I just didn't have the mental capacity to do so because I was burnt out. And it was really good that I took the rest of the weeks off so that I wasn't burned out. This kind of video is so much easier because I just put the camera up, I talk to you. It doesn't burn me out. It's just a very social thing. So, but I'm hoping to be able to build up and learning. I've talked about this for years. I just hope that my mental person will get better and I will feel better. I'm on my way feeling better, but it's been a rough 2 years. Anyhow, I need to get started on my meeting notes and everything, so I need to end this. Have my cup of coffee this morning. Today it is Aristocats. Oh yeah, doesn't. Let's put on the autofocus here, and you can get. See, there we go. I can hide my head. There you go. This is Aristocats. So this is a Disney Classic series, which has like, they have the Aristocats or the images on one, and then they have sketches on the back side. They have colored ears, and then if I do this without pouring the coffee out, it also have a colored inside. I didn't get all of them. I think I'm missing Pinocchio. Yeah, I'm missing 2 or 3 of these, and they stopped doing them, which made me a little bit sad because I really like these cups. We do have a bunch of them, I think 10 or 12 of them. So I really, it's my Disney mugs. We bought them when we had a Disney store here, which they closed down a couple of years ago. It was open for 5 years. It was so sad when they closed it down because I really love the store. I think they closed it down in like 2021 or something. But Disney closed down stores everywhere. And I don't go online and shop as much when it comes to Disney. I do have some shirts and stuff, but not cups. I'm kind of like these. These are my morning cups for my coffee. I usually just added as much milk as I wanted in the cup, or I used another cup to warm it up in the microwave because I don't want to microwave this little beauty. But nowadays I have 2 deciliter of milk in my double espresso. That's my morning. But yeah, that is my morning. I will see you tomorrow. I will tell you all about all the meetings I've had and whatever I get up to today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting and liking and all of those things. It really means a lot to me. A part of me don't want the channel to grow more than it has, and another part of me want it to grow. I'm a little bit afraid for it to grow, but maybe it can. I don't know. But any likes and shares and everything, comments, they help me grow a little bit and show for more people. But yeah, hi. I will see you tomorrow. So good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye.